Here is the grammatically corrected version of the full script you provided, kept in paragraph form while preserving the original meaning and structure. The Supreme Court has just ripped the mask off Keir Starmer's secret agenda, and what lies beneath is nothing short of betrayal. In a stunning blow that has left Westminster reeling, Britain's highest court has struck down a covert EU alignment plan championed by Starmer himself, a plan that was never voted on, never debated, and never meant to see the light of day. Welcome back to Britain Info. This isn't just a legal defeat, it's a political earthquake. Starmer, who once vowed to respect Brexit and uphold transparency, has been caught red-handed trying to drag Britain back under Brussels control through the back door. And now, with the court's brutal ruling made public, the backlash has erupted into full-blown chaos. Labour is in meltdown. MPs are furious, voters are outraged, and Starmer is silent, cornered, exposed, and running out of places to hide. Outside Parliament, protests erupted. Furious Brexit supporters rallied in cities across the country, holding placards that read, "Democracy betrayed, Starmer must go, and we voted leave, not lie." Some shouted, "Lock him up." Others demanded immediate elections. For months, Starmer has stood before the British people cloaked in the language of calm leadership and sensible governance. He promised no drama, no sudden turns, just pragmatic cooperation with our European neighbours. But behind the closed doors of Whitehall and hidden in obscure legal documents, a very different picture was taking shape. Starmer's team, aided by a tight circle of advisers with deep ties to the EU and the Blair elite, had been quietly engineering a plan that would realign the UK with European Union rules piece by piece, regulation by regulation, all without telling the public and, crucially, without telling Parliament. They called it regulatory cooperation and technical harmonization. Innocent-sounding phrases, but in reality these were deliberate smokescreens for something far more explosive, an orchestrated effort to bypass the democratic process and slide Britain back into the EU's orbit. No referendum, no Commons vote, no public debates, just backroom deals sealed in silence. And now, thanks to the Supreme Court's ruling, that plan has been blown wide open. The court didn't mince its words. In a blistering judgment, it ruled that the government's attempts to implement sweeping changes to UK regulations without full parliamentary approval were unlawful, unconstitutional, and incompatible with democratic norms. The justices slammed Starmer's use of executive power to forge ahead with international commitments that would have profound consequences for British sovereignty without so much as a proper debate in the House of Commons. They found that parts of Starmer's EU alignment strategy had already been provisionally agreed with European officials. Documents were exchanged, draft agreements circulated, and some sectors were being prepared for regulatory shifts that mirrored EU standards, from environmental compliance to food safety rules. Yet none of this was brought to the floor of Parliament. None of it was shared with the public. And worst of all, none of it was legal. What Starmer tried to do was not just a technical overstep, was a fundamental breach of trust. He positioned himself as a clean break from the chaos of past leadership, a lawyer with a deep respect for rules, process, and the letter of the law. But the Supreme Court has now made it crystal clear Starmer was not above the law. In fact, he was caught trying to bend it for political convenience, trying to smuggle a historic policy shift under the radar while pretending to champion Brexit values on the public stage. It's deception at the highest level, and now, the fallout has begun. Inside Labour, panic is spreading like wildfire. Backbench MPs, many of whom campaigned in Leave-supporting areas, feel blindsided and betrayed. They were never consulted. They were handed vague talking points about economic cooperation and international standards, but now they're learning the truth along with the rest of the country, that their leader was quietly negotiating Britain's path back towards EU regulatory control without ever having the courage to say it. This was today's important update. We want to make it clear that our videos do not contain any kind of misinformation. Our only goal is to deliver true and verified news to you. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Britain Info channel. Thank you. Let me know if you'd like it styled for a formal article, video narration, or a different platform.